show you how bad these ball joints are. I'm gonna have to change them as well. They're so loose and moving them up and down. You can hear the play. And on this thing right here, there's a lot of movement in that ball joint too. So the ball joints are junk. So yeah, so I'll have to do that. I'll have to wait for a new steering knuckle. And I don't know, the new steering knuckle is probably gonna come without the new bearing, so I'll have to get a new bearing also. We'll see, I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm gonna change this ball joint now on the upper control arm. As you can see, it's got the snap ring, so I'll have to take it off. Okay. Okay, so I've got these snap rings, and I'm gonna try to take it off. I'm gonna need 2 hands. Okay, so the snap ring is out. Use the hammer. This bulge is gonna go down. We'll see if the hammer doesn't work, or if it doesn't help, then I will use a press-off tool. Hammering this thing. Be careful with the hose. So I'm gonna hammer this bearing out. Alright, let me show you. This bearing is almost flush with this thing. On the bottom, as you can see, it's coming off. So I'll just keep hammering this thing. I just can't hammer on the camera because I have to hold this hose out of the way. So, but that's the principle. Coming out of there. Socket to help me out, and I'll keep hammering the socket. This is how it looks now. I'll have to clean the inside. This is my old one, which is gonna be garbage. But that's the way. So they're not really pressed in like crazily. So you can hammer them out, but I don't know about the other cars and other like stuff. So on other ones it can be like really pressed in, so you have to use a tool for that. But on this one it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Got new ball joint here. I'm gonna be installing this thing, and it's all original. This is the snap ring. So I cleaned that thing already, and I'm just gonna put anti-seize inside. I'll start pressing that thing in. Okay, so I started my ball joint. It should go in pretty easy, so I'm gonna use a 32mm socket. Put it right there. I'm gonna hammer this thing. It's gonna go in. Holding this lower control arm with my foot, and now I will put this thing in there, and I'm just hammering this thing basically through the bottom with this hammer. Alright, so it wasn't that easy to press it in, comparing to when you press this thing out. So I decided to use this install tool, and yeah, otherwise it's just I tried hammering. It went at one point and then it just stopped. So I'm using this tool now to help me out. So I'm gonna stop at this point because, as you can see, that ball joint is flush over there. Now I'm gonna need to install the snap ring. Ring is installed. Alright. Yeah, so that's how you basically install the ball joint on this thing. Now I just have to put the steering knuckle back, and all the other stuff.